It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Boy, what a season so far. And I'll tell you, it's only getting started. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Boston Celtics. Taking a look at the Celtics, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. Well, we have a good one tonight. 2 powerhouse clubs about to throw down. Kenny, how do you see this playing out?
Well, you got 2 teams bring out their best in each other tonight, Ernie. So that's why this game is a must-see matchup. Tremendous individual matchups as well, and this will be a heated rivalry for years to come.
I'm seeing something in the ball.
And what ball?
The crystal ball.
Oh, not that again.
I think this could be a preview of these teams meeting in the postseason.
Wow.
Everyone in the league will also be watching.
Wow.
Shaq Thomas.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
Hand me that ball.
Can't touch it.
Hand me that ball.
Can't touch it.
Just hand me that ball, please.
Can't touch it.
Why?
Look.
Oh! He just dropped
Don't
the
have to
ball.
worry about that shtick anymore.
He dropped the ball.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The skyline of downtown Toronto really looking wonderful tonight. It's a beautiful evening here on the shores of Lake Ontario. Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. Well, it was the Toronto Raptors winning their last game against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Right. You could tell they were in a groove all night. They looked comfortable. They didn't rush. It was gorgeous execution.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving is excited to leave Cleveland for a bigger role in Boston. He said, challenges are what makes us most human. Conquering fear of failure, showing people you're the best, and that you've prepared for this moment. Those are the things that interest me. Kevin?
Yeah, he's wired differently, D.A. Thank you. Doors when the light finally goes on for a young guy. So fun to watch. Younger players who've got all the talent and all the world right in front of them, but yet haven't put it all together just quite yet.
It's amazing to me how quickly we can give up on a young guy who maybe doesn't find success right out of the gate. But the reality is you have to remember, player development is the lifeblood of this league, maybe now more than ever with the current state of the salary cap. So a little patience as a fan base goes a long, long way.
Mm-hmm. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Jason Tatum is out there with Horford, and it's Hayward in at the small forward position. Now here's Green. Lowry from outside, and Tatum pulls it down. Dishes to Irving, passes to Horford. Tatum against Ibaka. From 10 feet out, that one wide left. Left side Lowry. No good on that one. Hayward with some nice D. Tatum kicks to Brown. Wide open shot is on the money. Brown's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Celtics.
Well, to me, that's excellent timing from Jaylen Brown. He shoots with confidence, knowing his teammates trust him.
Outside Leonard. Here's Valanciunas. Rebounded by the Celtics. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Well, there's no doubt. The offense looked scattered. Tons of turnovers, some of them forced, certainly, but many were not. It was made easy to defend. I'll tell you, the floater is a shot that takes great touch, but that one looks pretty leaving his fingertips.
Irving passes to Horford. Lowry against Irving. Over Lowry, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Well, the ability to score at all three levels makes Kyrie Irving a near impossible check. Good luck, fellas.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Hayward with some nice D.
He does the hard part, gets through the defense all the way to the rim. I thought the finish would be the easy part.
And you know Tatum wants to make a statement. Anytime he can get all the way to the rim, the D's got to have to do a better job of keeping a body on it.
Here's Lowry after the basket by Boston. Here's Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got his first basket.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
Now here's Hayward, coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. Great D that time from Leonard.
Well, can't find the target, but good work to get into open space inside the arc.
Al Horford with the rebound.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
And the rejection by Leonard. It's stolen by Brown. 13 feet away. That shot off. And Toronto will come the other way. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Valanciunas over Horford.
Well, how about the defensive effort from Al Horford? Just playing so hard, making sure the shooter can't get a clean look.
Horford sets a screen for Hayward. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
Well, you know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Now, here's Green. He's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland.
Well, look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play.
Leonard kicks to Lowry. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Celtics with the lead.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
Yeah, he is a bulldog. I mean, he scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position, and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
Valanciunas, no problem on the jumper in close. Valanciunas has got his first points of the night.
Well, Kevin, even with a defender in his grill, Valanciunas makes it look easy at times in the low box. Yes, sir.
Now here's Tatum. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Philadelphia. His first shot coming late. That's good from Horford on the assist by Irving.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Lowry kicks to Green. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Valanciunas. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas showing good hands and finishing ability inside. And Kevin, this guy on that end of the floor has always been effective.
Now here's Tatum. Tatum setting the pick for Hayward. Poked away. 6 on the shot clock. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Kyle Lowry. Great showing for him last season. He was around 16 points a game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option. And understandably, Greg, they got him the rock. Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
Offensive rebound. Outside Leonard. Ibaka with a screen on Hayward. Here's Leonard. And he overshot that one, missing.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Raptors trail by 3. Shoots it up. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Horford with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Here's Irving. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And even through contact, Kyrie still able to finish shots consistently.
Valanciunas with a screen on Irving. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here is Irving. He definitely had a good game in their win against the 76ers. Horford with a screen on Green. Brown the pass to Horford. Off target with his 3. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here's Leonard from 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 9 points.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Brown kicks to Horford. He dishes it to Irving. Leonard with the steal. And Lowry has it in the corner. Back to Leonard. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Craig Monroe, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. White, he's checked in for Green. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. And a new group in for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Tatum. Marcus Morris comes in for Gordon Hayward. Smart's checked in for Brown. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. And Greg, with Kawhi, started as a defensive stopper, but he now is so much more than that.
I mean, he's got a great outside shot, that pull-up jumper, the turnarounds in the post. He has the complete repertoire. You never would have thought he was only viewed as a defense guy once upon a time, but was already a fantastic player. But this is a guy that continues to just add to his game.
And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and 3-point shot attempts so far for the Raptors.
And they've really shied away from the mid-range. That's a new school style, and looking for shots beyond the arc and at the rim. Those tend to be far more efficient.
Now here's Smart. 11-point game his last outing. Picked by Horford. Stolen by Monroe. Here's VanVleet. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
Siakam far from the most skilled player on the floor, but Dorsey finds minutes through his hustle.
This guy has got one of the highest motors in the league. He can leak out in transition, finish in the open floor. I'll tell you, this is a jolt of caffeine in a power forward's body.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Al Horford.
One shot, gentlemen.
Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you 3 men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those 3 men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time.
Smart passes to Tice. Back to Smart. The dish to Baines. Rozier kicks to Tice. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Morris. And Wright pulls it down.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Here's Van Vliet. He had 10 points in the win against Cleveland. Here's Monroe. And Boston with the rebound. We've got 1:48 left in the first. Rozier with the ball. That shot misses. Here's Van Vliet. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Leonard against Morris. Screen by Monroe. Leonard kicks to Monroe. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
First personal foul, team's third.
One shot.
And no doubt Brad Stevens, one of the most respected young coaches in the NBA. Doris, he doesn't try to coach around foul trouble.
You know what I love about Brad Stevens is he's always trying to question the norm, meaning he doesn't want to do something simply because that's the way it's always been done. So just because a guy has 2 fouls doesn't mean he automatically takes him out. I like that kind of out-of-the-box thinking.
Now Leonard. After Marcus Smart missing on that last 3-pointer. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Bucket is good. Tice has got his first bucket of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Toronto with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. Monroe down low. Baines is there. Kicks it out to Leonard over Morris. And it falls over the rim and in. 13 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, this guy has been transcended this quarter. Something really lit a fire underneath this guy.
Right against Smart. And the pass to Rozier. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. From deep. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly. The Celtics have shown their toughness and their determination. Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his own teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are. And when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
And the Celtics have assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. Really no better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
I think they've played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
They've got Wright. Monroe is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And Leonard gets it to go.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now, here's Rozier. Knocked away. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And now, a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks. Then on Monday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And you know, for that Pistons game, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Here's Van Vliet. They lead by 6, their biggest margin, from about 19 feet. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
Shot clock at 6. Morris, no good. Toronto leading by 6. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, "You realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you." Guys?
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. Here's Van Vliet. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Right against Smart. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
The Celtics shooting their first foul shot of the night. The Celtics making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. And that one falls for Smart. Well, after the Raptors fell short of their goals last season, you knew they were going to be changing some things up.
Well, obviously the first big move was moving on from Dwayne Casey as the head coach. And you think about Dwayne had brought the best years this franchise had seen, and they still felt it was time for a shift. Now, it's not necessarily his blame. Sometimes you just need to hear a new voice when you've ended in the playoffs the way they have over the last several years.
Boston trailing. On its way from Hayward for 2. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Leonard draws the double. A wide open look here for Wright. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That is his first foul of the game. A new group in now for the Raptors. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Monroe. Ibaka comes in for Pascal Siakam. Green, he's checked in for DeLon Wright. And it's Lowry in for Fred Van Vliet. The Celtics also changing it up. Brown, he's checked in for Smart. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Terry Rozier. Outside Irving. He kicks it to Hayward. Knocks it loose. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Brown down low, guarded by Green, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Kev, how about the strength on the finish? Jaylen Brown showing real muscle.
And Jaylen Brown was given quite the compliment on his game from Draymond Green, who felt, Greg, that Brown was good enough to be an all-star.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I'd be fully on board with that assessment in terms of last year, but I do think he's well on his way to becoming an all-star. His scoring and offensive impact continues to grow each year, and he's shown a great knack on the defensive side as well. Terrific two-way player. The sky is the limit.
Brown no good on the free throw.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dump the basketball with, you know, a lack of effort defensively, and he gets a very good look from deep.
Picked by Horford. Irving passes to Tatum. Horford sets a screen for Hayward. Irving can't hit.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
But they'll get another chance. And Green gets it to go. Green's got his second basket of the night.
That's a nice play. You have to read and react in an instant to have success on the offensive glass.
Now, here is Irving. Brown with it. Now Green defending. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, I didn't either. I thought his feet were moving. It was close, but he was still sliding in just a bit.
Screened by Valanciunas. Green kicks to Valanciunas. Over Horford. Valanciunas, good. And now a 6-point Toronto lead.
Well, not to be denied, right? Jonas Valanciunas takes a hit and still finishes through contact.
The screen from Brown. Irving passes to Tatum. Now Horford, guarded by Green. No good that time. Great D that time from Tatum. Celtics trail by 6. Got a piece of it. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's foul number 2 for him. The Celtics have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Raptors leading by 6. Right side, Leonard. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now, here is Irving. Brown kicks to Irving. Over Lowry. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 6 points.
I love that Kyrie Irving doesn't settle for something on the perimeter. He goes right to the cup.
Pass to Leonard. Inside, Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Whoa, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And the Kawhi Leonard drama finally came to an end last offseason with a trade that sent him from the San Antonio Spurs north to Toronto.
And you have to wonder, is this a high-priced one-year rental for Kawhi? Before the trade, Kawhi made it known that he wants to play in L.A. Toronto has a lot to offer, but hard to compete with the idea of what he and LeBron might be able to accomplish playing together.
Ibaka sets the pick for Leonard. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point Toronto lead.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Irving kicks to Hayward. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Hayward's got his first basket of the night.
There's a steely confidence that Gordon Hayward possesses in himself. He understands, you know what? I can score at will in the NBA.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
And taking a look at some numbers here for Kyrie Irving. Coming off a terrific season. 7th in free throw percentage. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And again, you gotta love his commitment to excellence. He owns the free throw line. It's truly an impact part of his game. Now, here is Irving. He's got 6. Horford with a screen on Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Oof, ugly second quarter for him. And now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Tatum against Ibaka. To the right side. Green inside the three-point line.
Well, Brown taking away the shooter's airspace effectively crowds scorers and gets them out of their comfort zone.
They get it again. For the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Green against Brown. Green kicks to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Over Hayward. Leonard, no luck. Celtics trail by 8. Tatum dishes to Irving. Sinks the triple. Irving's got 9.
Now, don't sleep on Kyrie Irving's perimeter game. Yes, he can get inside and score at will, but boy, you better check that jumper.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Up top, Ibaka. Guarded by Tatum. Green, the screen. Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
You know, despite his struggle shooting, they've been successful tonight. He's just not gotten on track.
Horford with the screen on Leonard. And Hayward gets it to go.
Well, Gordon Hayward knows how to get separation off a screen. His IQ is outstanding.
Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Screened by Valanciunas. Ibaka, the pass to Valanciunas. Shot to end this cold run, and it's good on the layup. He's got 8.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Irving with it. Lowry picks him up. They set the pick. Irving kicks to Brown. Here's Tatum. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
I'll tell you, that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
And stolen by Hayward. Down low. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, that's the IQ of Gordon Hayward on display. He understands what the defense is trying to take away and finds the open man.
Now here is Lowry. 9 points last game. And stolen by Tatum. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Hits the front of the rim and out. Raptors with the lead. Outside Leonard. Kicks it to Lowry. 1:41 left in the first half of basketball. Ibaka. Raptors get it back. Here's Valanciunas. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Horford. Brown down low. Working on Green. Outside Irving. Picked by Horford. Teardrop shot. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Well, this is a space you do not want to allow Gordon Hayward to get. He has been a lights-out free throw shooter his entire career.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And he makes the first. Doris, great to see Gordon Hayward out there fully recovered from his injury.
You know, Kev, after watching that injury happen, you had to wonder if he'd ever play again. So how wonderful to see Gordon Hayward just step between the lines and compete.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Siakam is checked in for Ibaka. Wright comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
VanVleet passes to Green, launches it, buries the long-range jumper. Green's got his third basket of the night right there.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Knocks it loose. Hayward kicks to Smart. Up off the screen. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Smart's got his second bucket of the night.
And this is where Marcus Smart has gotten so much better at reading the defense. He sees an open lane and he attacks it.
We've got 28 seconds left now here in the second. Valanciunas passes to VanVleet. The Raptors need to get a shot off. No good from Valanciunas.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Rozier kicks to Hayward. Green with the block. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Raptors lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 19 points, 2 steals, and 5 rebounds. When does this guy cool off? I mean, he's been stringing together multiple monster games lately. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, the first half, what a thing of beauty. He was just living in the lane.
How special is it, Greg, to watch a guy who's able to get into the paint with speed and consistency? They cannot let him get inside like that.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Boston trailing. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. Horford is out there with Tatum, and it's Irving at the 1. Outside Tatum. Over Ibaka. Drains it from 17 feet out. 6 points for Jason Tatum.
This is one of Tatum's main strengths. He is a polished shooter who likes working in the mid-range.
Green, the pass to Ibaka. Green with a screen for Ibaka. Back to Green. Three-pointer, Lowry. Unable to get that one. Now Boston takes it the other way. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
How about the leap forward, guys, that Jaylen Brown took as a second-year player in the NBA? He improves across the board and becomes a mainstay of their rotation. And there's so much to like about his future, guys.
One shot, gentlemen.
Doors with Brown, you knew he had the athleticism, and now we're seeing the skill.
Right, because Jaylen Brown has great work ethic and is putting in the time to develop every facet of his game. This guy strikes you as a young man who's got a very bright future on and off the floor.
Now here's Green. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jaylen Brown.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade, now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
Free throw good, Green. And both free throws good for Green. Well, Doris, at times out there, things get a little heated. Some people feel like the whistle's being blown too quickly on some of these technical fouls. What do you think?
I would actually completely disagree, Kevin. I think there are certain players who are given far too much latitude and others for whom the whistle does come too quickly. So I think it would be better and more helpful to the officials, the teams, and also the fans to understand what is and what does cross a line. Because to me, there's no consistency, there's a lot of confusion, and I think it works both ways. Sometimes too long of a leash, sometimes too short.
Excellent appraisal.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Irving passes to Hayward. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside Lowry. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Hayward.
And these sorts of nights can happen. I mean, an extremely rough outing from him in terms of his efficiency. And at this point, the only thing you can hope for is to try to get into some sort of rhythm. Get a couple in a row, try to get to the free throw line, and build some confidence.
Here's Irving. The shot is good off the backboard. Irving's got 11 points.
Well, you know you're going to see some great ball handling when Kyrie is on the floor. Nice finish.
Outside, Green. There's a screen. Passes it to Leonard. Screened by Valanciunas. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. 5 to shoot. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Toronto.
Greg Monroe.
Lowry against Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Ibaka. And stolen by Tatum. Hayward left side. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Hayward's got the lead up to 5 now for Boston. Lowry dishes to Leonard. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. That's good from Lowry on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 11. Let's go. The rebound by Ibaka.
Now, kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
Leonard against Hayward. Left side, Leonard. Over Hayward. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Here's Horford. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Brown outside. Basket counts.
And really, Brown is very talented at nailing shots even while getting hit. What muscle this guy has.
The Celtics have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Mind the lane.
Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics.
One shot.
Not too long ago, Doris, the Celtics put up the most shots in the league 2 years in a row, but last season they were 25th in that category.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They became a different type of team 1 year ago. There was more movement, more sharing of the basketball. They went deeper into the shot clock on almost every possession, and that made it harder for defenses to key in on any one individual.
And Toronto has possession. Outside, Green. Ibaka with a screen on Brown. Here's Lowry. Rebound, Boston. Tice has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
3-pointer, Lowry. And again, Toronto no luck. Celtics leading by 3. From 11 feet away. That one a little long. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Pass to Green. There's the pick. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And Toronto making a change here. Siakam's checked in. Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. So it's Toronto now. They trail by 3. And Lowry gets it to go.
He's made obvious improvements since the half, really getting into an offensive groove.
The Celtics have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Horford against Monroe. Tatum kicks to Brown. Tatum with a screen on Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Brown the pass to Tatum. Nobody near Irving. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, we know this. Kyrie Irving on any given night can give you 40 on the offensive end. What a special talent.
The pass to Green. Here's the screen. He feeds it to Leonard. Great D that time from Tatum.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Raptors trail by 3. Outside Leonard. Siakam kicks to Lowry. Green with a screen on Irving. Outside Green. Monroe sets a screen for Green. No good. That would have tied it. Celtics leading by 3. Irving passes to Tatum. And Smart with the basket on the assist by Tatum. 7 points for Marcus Smart.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
They set the pick, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And here we can check out the story on Greg Monroe. Last season's performance for him. Last year averaged 10 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
Now here's Horford. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The past few seasons, Doris, Al Horford has really stepped up his passing.
Well, he has, Kevin, and part of it certainly is the system. But to me, this guy has incredible vision and feel on the offensive end of the floor. He's a key component of what they do.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And this Toronto team has started to depend on threes more often for their offense.
You're right, Kevin. They went from being near the bottom of the league in threes attempted to top 5 in attempts this past year. And a lot of that is the green light to shoot from the wings that they have. It's another dynamic to an already potent scoring machine.
So Horford gets 2. And Toronto has possession. 7-point differential. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these 2 terrific teams last year.
Both these teams are beneficiaries of tremendous coaching. Both have high hopes for the season. I expect to see a chess match tonight.
Here's Van Vliet following the bucket by the Celtics. Leonard, no luck. And here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Toronto on defense. They trail by 9 points. Guard Terry Rozier, a fantastic spark plug off the bench for this team, Doris.
But the reality to me is Terry Rozier is a good enough player to be a starter in the NBA, but that ability to create instant offense, really special.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Boy, what a storybook season for the Boston Celtics as they enter the championship conversation. The Celtics taking the Cavs to 7 games in the Eastern Conference Finals before ending in heartbreak. And to do it with one of the youngest rosters in the league, look out below, everybody.
And the Raptors call time here. And when we're talking about the Celtics' young roster, Doris, we're talking 19, 20-year-olds playing major minutes.
Well, think about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and the accelerated growth from a season ago because of the important roles they had to play. Same thing with Terry Rozier. The remarkable piece was their ability to keep improving as the year wore on. One of the more amazing things we've seen.
Here's Smart. Siakam pulls it in.
He definitely got nervous at the rim. I mean, he needs to make sure he finishes strong.
Leonard with no one around. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
Rozier kicks to Smart. Dishes it to Morris. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Now here's Wright, looking for his first basket still in this one. There's the pick. Monroe sets a screen for Leonard. And Siakam has it in the corner. Here's Van Vliet. The rebound by the Celtics. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game. Leonard against Morris. Pick by Horford. It's Smart with the drive. And he drops it in from the low post. Smart's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, Kevin, how about the incredible body control? Defense was super physical. It didn't impede his progress.
Toronto calls timeout.
You know, guys, when you think of Al Horford, he is the prototypical big for what the Boston Celtics hope to do. This guy is very switchable on the defensive end. He can also make three-point shots at a high percentage, which is critical to the spacing they hope to achieve offensively.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Raptors. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That'll be his second foul of the game. Boston on D. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points.
Seems like he's lost his mojo offensively after that great first half.
Here's Van Vliet. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Drops in the tray. And for Horford, he's always been a plus defender throughout his career.
He has, Kevin, and I don't necessarily think that it translates to statistics. However, Al Horford is critical to what they do on the defensive end.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations.
2 shots.
Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Boston making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. And Al Horford drops them both. One thing you have to admire, Doris, about the Raptors franchise is their sustained success.
And that's not easy, Kevin. Last year marked their 3rd straight 50-win season and their 5th straight postseason trip. Very few other teams can claim those items in that time frame. Boy, the Raptors, what a good, solid core.
Just 5 to shoot. They get it back. Siakam kicks to right. Here's Van Vliet. Rozier defending. The second chance effort. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Van Vliet.
A steady screen set on that play, and the defense disappears. Nice communication between teammates to make that play work.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
And the Raptors with the ball after the basket by Boston. And Siakam has it in the corner. Shoots. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Celtics leading by 14. Here's Rozier. The shot from the low post is good. Rozier's got 10 points. The Raptors shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Screen by Valanciunas. Valanciunas sets a screen for Wright. Clock at 6.
Boston foul call. Marcus Smart.
Well, how about DeLon Wright having his best season as a pro last year? He had tremendous numbers, solidifying his role as a backup point guard. And I'll tell you this, he had some games where he simply took over.
Two.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Smart with the ball. Now Wright defending. Smart kicks to Rozier. Back to Smart and stolen by Wright. Pass to Leonard. Here's Van Vliet. Passes it to Leonard. Hayward with some nice D. And so it's Boston with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Raptors trail by 14. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So the Raptors 5 right now. Inside pairing is Ibaka and Valanciunas. And it's Wright in at the 2 guard. No good from Valanciunas. The Celtics shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Now Rozier. Puts it up. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Valanciunas has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Siakam. Ibaka with a screen on Smart. And right, here we go. And it's sent back by Horford.
Well, how about the anticipation from Al Horford? Perfectly times the release, sends it back.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Siakam kicks to Wright. Poked away. Pass to Ibaka. Here's Valanciunas. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. The free throw drops for Valanciunas. Valanciunas doesn't play a ton of minutes, Doris, but fans feel he should be playing more.
Well, there's certainly a lot to like about Valanciunas' game. And how about last season? Because the NBA is changing, he can now step beyond the three-point arc and make those shots consistently. That will elevate his position and standing.
The Raptors making a switch here. Lowry's checked in. Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown comes in for Smart. Celtics leading by 9. Brown outside. That one good for 2.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Van Vliet. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Siakam misses. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And the shot goes in. And the Celtics lead by 13. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Rozier. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Rozier's got 4 this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Three-pointer, Lowry. And Tatum pulls it down. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
There's the screen. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And the Raptors miss again. Rozier against Lowry. Rozier with the ball. The three-pointer, no good. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
My goodness, get right in his grill and force him to alter the shot. That's tough defense in the post.
Now here's Brown, picked by Horford. Brown the pass to Hayward, and Hayward with the stuff.
You know, Kevin, Gordon Hayward has paid a price in the gym, and now his strength allows him to score through aggressive defenders.
Danny Green, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Boston also with the sub. Irving's checked in.
One shot.
Yeah, and Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders. It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Irving dishes to Tatum. Horford sets a screen for Brown, picked by Horford. And here's Tatum for three. Green with the rebound. Green's got his third rebound tonight. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
Here's Van Vliet. Left side Ibaka. And stolen by Horford. To the paint. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Van Vliet. He's covered by Brown. The shot by Lowry, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Tatum's shot is off. Raptors trail by 18. And it's Lowry penetrating, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Boston.
Well, let's remember, this guy was part of Team USA that went on to win gold in Rio. And if you remember, Coach K called Lowry the team's unsung hero. Very high praise for Kyle.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Fred Van Vliet. And Kyle Lowry drops them both. Kyle Lowry, one of the better rebounders you'll see at that point guard position.
Well, at 6'1", he does an incredible job rebounding the position, particularly given his size. And you love that he's committed to it long term.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Boston leading by 16. There's the pick. Hayward outside. Boston again missing.
Oh, great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's just superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep. Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Brown wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his third assist on the night. Toronto shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Hayward against Leonard. Lowry at the elbow. 5 to shoot. Back to Leonard from past the arc. They get it back. 2 points. That one goes.
Kev, we know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
Irving passes to Hayward. Here's Horford. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Irving. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Green, no luck.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Now here's Hayward. That shot misses. Great D that time from Leonard. And stolen by Hayward. Yep, that one goes in there. Hayward's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Don't you just love the craftiness that Gordon Hayward brings to the table? So good at sizing up the defense and finding different ways to score.
It's stolen by Lowry. Ibaka outside. Back to Lowry. Screen by Ibaka. Leonard against Hayward. 5 on the clock. Leonard kicks to Lowry. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 5th assist in this one.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Now, here is Irving. Horford with the screen on Lowry. Out to Hayward. Horford with the screen on Leonard. Here's Hayward. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. They'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. And then on Monday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And for that game against the Timberwolves, this is what the fans have been wanting to see. 2 of the best teams in the league duking it out, and you know whoever gets the win is going to be viewed as the team to beat.
And last year, the Celtics appearing in the Eastern Conference Finals for a 35th season.
Simply incredible, Kevin. The most in the East by far. The Sixers and Pistons are a distant 2nd and 3rd. And the way this front office has constructed this roster, expect that total to rise in the coming years.
Hayward hits them both.
What an interesting evolution for the Celtics last year at the point guard position. Of course, they trade Brooklyn's unprotected number 1 pick for Kyrie Irving. Then Irving goes down, and you think, okay, they have to go into the playoffs without that veteran closer.
And here is Irving, following Kyle Lowry's 3. Picked by Horford. Irving dishes to Horford. Horford with the screen on Ibaka. Off the screen, Ibaka with some nice D. One thing we know about the Kyrie injury, they discovered a potential star in guard Terry Rozier.
Well, I think the Celtics knew what they had in Terry Rozier. This is the guy many in the organization wanted to draft in that draft class. And I believe Terry Rozier is a starting point guard in the league, and he certainly proved just that.
Now here's Leonard, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Green passes to Lowry. Ball's knocked loose. Green kicks to Lowry. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Ibaka's got it back down to single digits for the Raptors. Irving dishes to Hayward. Here's Brown. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Brown against Green, and Lowry has it in the corner. From 13, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, just terrific touch from the mid-range. That is something Kyle Lowry has always used to a major advantage.
Now here's Brown. And no good that time. Great D that time from Green. Lowry passes to Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Leonard. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Terry Rozier's checked in for Irving. Leonard hits them both.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one, not with so much riding on it.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
I think, Greg, he just has to get them on the same page. With this kind of lax defensive effort, something has got to change.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Gordon Hayward.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. He told them, put your foot on their neck. Take it to them. I want to see you guys slow it down out there, use the clock, and stay away from silly fouls. Let's see if they can execute the plan, guys.
Now, here's Tatum. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Horford sets a screen for Brown.
Well, size and strength, Valanciunas is always going to be a tough matchup on the defensive end. No doubt it was his influence that threw that shot off.
Here's Leonard. Hayward with some nice D.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Boy, the defense was in perfect position, but it simply didn't matter. He's just too skilled, too good.
Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
Yeah, and this team depends on Lowry. I mean, so skilled at creating shots for himself or his teammate.
One shot. One shot.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
And those are big points here. If they can do the job on D, this game could get close in a hurry.
And the rejection by Leonard. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Here's Tatum. Rozier kicks to Hayward. 6 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Hayward's got 9 points in the quarter.
Exactly what you want from the talented Hayward, the kind of poise that makes him a big shot maker.
And staying with the play, Valanciunas.
Kevin, that's the bucket they needed, and Valanciunas goes and gets it for him. The big man seizes control of the moment.
Now here's Hayward. The kick out to Rozier. Off target from three-point range. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Here's Lowry. buries it, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
Fearless, decisive, on point.
Which is exactly what you have to be, especially when your team needs a bucket.
Now, here's Rozier. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Horford with the screen on Green. Here's Brown. Yes!
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Well, there's no doubt. They're really clicking. What an amazing all-around effort to take a huge lead like this late in the game.
And the Raptors call time here. They're down by 4. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rozier with the steal, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Celtics, Terry Rozier at the line for 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 6. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Unless it's an and one, a 2-pointer makes no sense. Unfortunately for them, the defense knows this too.
Lowry can't get it to go. And so they foul intentionally.
That's his 4th personal foul. Shooting for Boston, Jaylen Brown at the line for 2.
2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
No luck that time either. A deep 3 from Leonard. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete and get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.